Hello and welcome to Pick Central. I'm here with Hubs. My voice is completely shot, so bear with me. But one thing that's not completely shot is our friends at DraftKings. We love DraftKings, and when it comes to college basketball and March Mania, one thing is for sure. Hubs, nothing is for sure. Nothing. Upsets, buzzer beaters, Cinderella's advancing, top seeds going home early. It's all going to happen. A lot could happen this weekend, too. Bet the unexpected every upset, every day with DraftKings Sportsbook. With live betting, exclusive content, promos, and parlays, DraftKings is the ultimate college basketball destination for March. Ready to make your first bet? Check out the matchups and pick a team to win. It's that simple. This is key here. First time, here's something special just for you. New DraftKings customers, this is a great deal. Bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. You like that deal, Hubs?
Fantastic.
$5, boom, you get $200 in bonus bets.
Beautiful.
Bet the unexpected with DraftKings Sportsbook. Please download the DraftKings Sportsbook app right now and use promo code PICKCENTRAL. It's all one word. PICKCENTRAL, PICKCENTRAL for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings. The crown is yours. Okay, when I host, that means one thing. We do news at the top. News at the top. That's very important. And we had two pretty big NFL stories come up last night. The Giants have a new quarterback.
Yeah.
They went and got Jameis Winston, and then they went and got Russell Wilson.
Am I crazy to think that Jameis is better than Russ?
I would rather have Jameis than Russ.
He's way more fun.
He's way more fun, and honestly, like Russ is good enough to fuck you over. He's gonna now. Now they're not gonna win.
That was when he was on the Steelers with like a good team around them.
No, well,
Russ can't elevate the Giants.
No, he will. He'll make them, instead of being a 3 or 4 win team, now they're a 6 win team.
Their over/under for wins is 3.5.
Still?
I'm pretty sure.
It has not moved.
That seems low. No,
I think he's going to be very bad there.
Phil, you're a Giants fan. What's the deal? What are we thinking here? I know how much you love Daniel Jones.
Well, our quarterback room, I think, is better than last year's. I'm excited to throw a forward pass. I'm excited to have a quarterback that when it's 2nd and 8, you have a chance. The drive is still alive. We're still going to be bad, but we'll be a watchable kind of bad.
But are you nervous that instead of maybe being a 4-win team, you're a 6-win team?
Wait, what?
Are you nervous about instead of being a 4-win team, you're now a 6-win team?
Yeah, it's a thought of mine.
Did I read something that it's still not like a done deal? Like Shador could still go to the Giants?
Yes.
I keep seeing that too.
Like just to throw, like stash him, which is actually what you should be doing with these kind of quarterbacks.
It is a possibility.
Shador starting right away is not a good decision.
Both of these.
I think every quarterback should sit a year.
Right. It's just proven it kind of helps you.
There's so many quarterbacks it's helped.
It doesn't really hurt anyone.
I don't.
If you're a bad team.
Yeah.
You're gonna put these guys out to die. You should build an offensive line.
And I think you learn so much in practice, and you learn so much in those quarterback rooms, and there's so much that goes on besides just the NFL game.
Yeah.
Like
I wonder with this Giant, how many games is Jameis starting?
I'm gonna guess 4.
I hope it's higher.
Me too.
Hope it's higher. But yeah, the Giants are, I don't know, irrelevant. I guess it's just, you would think it means Travis Hunter's going there, but
I thought it meant Abdul Carter.
yeah.
I don't know. But I guess one of the two, right? So, Phil, I thought I'd get more of a reaction from you. You seem very, nonplussed about this. You're like, I don't know, whatever.
Well, we could still draft a quarterback at 3.
Sure.
Like, it is a possibility.
Would you be mad at that, though?
No, because, these are both, 1-year deals. Like, there's no, long-term damage.
It's true. It's a plus.
Like, it's not like it's any panic moves. I do think the way they've did their whole offseason is they don't want to take a quarterback at 3. I think they wanted Cam Ward. They realized how much the Titans love him. It's not a possibility anymore.
Right.
So that's why they probably bumped Russ's offer up. It's like, hey, we want you. So.
It would have been fun in a disaster way if Rodgers went there, but obviously that's just not happening.
It was funny, though, for a while, it looked like Rodgers was going there, and not so much Phil, but, Ev and Marty were, very pro Rodgers and anti-Wilson.
The Steelers need Rodgers now.
So now I don't know how they're going to spin this when they come back to the show tomorrow. It's like, all right, now you're stuck with Russell Wilson, the guy you were just dragging for the last month.
That's tough. Yeah, Rodgers has to be a Steeler at this point. That seems crazy if it doesn't happen.
It has to be, right?
Where else
can he go?
Minnesota, I guess. There's the rumor, right? That doesn't even make sense to me.
The other big news, Dew's got a wide receiver. Stefon Diggs goes to the Patriots. Patriots have had an interesting offseason. They've signed a lot of guys. Other than Diggs, it hasn't been giant names, but that doesn't mean they're not like really important players. They're just not the kind of flashy names, if you will. Now the problem is Diggs, of course, coming off an injury. How excited are you about this move, Dukes? Where are you right now?
It's not. I mean, I think some people think it's a lot of money coming off an ACL. I obviously think that the Patriots, who did their homework on him and how strong the ACL is, I think with Josh McDaniels, he's going to find opportunities to open up Diggs. I think Diggs, for the most part of his career, besides the ACL, has been pretty durable as well.
Yeah,
so
I agree. I like the player.
Yeah, I hated him, but from what I've read, I did hate him.
I think he's a 0.
But
I think
mean, the Bills were just better without him. They were addition by subtraction with him.
So I disagree from what I've read. Is in Houston, I think he was a mentor to young wide receivers.
But do you think that was more because of how bad it ended in Buffalo? He was like, "Fuck, I gotta change this."
Potentially, but I don't care about the Buffalo version if he changed.
No, I know, but it's just in the back of my head as a Patriot.
He helped Stingley become like a better wide cornerback. I saw that he helped the wide receiver room. I also just think that adding a weapon, I still think that on his worst day, Stefon Diggs is still a top 15 wide receiver. I don't think you're getting like a 15 through 30. I think you're getting a 1 through 15.
Wow. Okay.
I don't know. That's just my personal.
I think
belief.
it's scary him being the one on a team.
But see, this is where the Patriots don't have a 1. Fine.
Right.
But I do think that their 2, 3, 4 is pretty good.
Yeah.
Pop.
I feel like they're not
sell it on this.
Like 3, 4, 5.
I think Pop Douglas is one of the most underrated, one of the more underappreciated wide receivers in the NFL in the slot. He's so quick, so can get open. Got doubled a shit ton last year.
Yeah, true.
Kendrick Bourne, I think, is very durable, very good. Has a connection with Drake May. Kayshon Boutte came along and was like Drake May's at sometimes number 1 wide receiver last year. And then we have 2 rookies in Jalen Polk, who I don't know if his career could be resurrected after 1 year. I know that rookies really have to deal with a lot, but he was supposed to come in and be like a consistent person for us, so I'm not giving up on him. And then Javon Baker, people still think is like the most talented wide receiver in our room. He's just got to figure out his off season.
I don't know if any of those guys are 2 yet. I don't know if they're proven 2.
I disagree.
Do you think Douglas is a 2?
Yeah, he was supposed to he's really good. I think if anyone pays attention to the Patriots, they would see him and be like, oh shit, that guy's really fucking good.
In fairness to Duke's point, getting someone like Diggs also helps because now instead of having the number 1 corner cover Douglas, now you got the number 2 corner.
No, of course. But in a perfect world, I think
just
right now, especially coming off a major injury like that, you want Diggs to be your 2.
Pop Douglas was the 12th most doubled wide receiver in the league last year.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That makes sense.
It will definitely help him, no
right,
doubt. I'm not arguing that.
No, I'm not. I'm saying just more just getting someone with Diggs. Like you're gonna have to scout for him. He's gonna open up opportunities for other wide receivers. So I like the move in
What's his
general.
recovery looking like?
See, that's what I'm saying. I don't think the Patriots spent and I'm just happy they spent the money. They just had to do something.
It was also only 25 of the 69 was guaranteed, right? So I mean, it's not like you're giving him $45 million.
You have the money. They had the most cap room in the league this year.
Exactly my point.
So.
I have no problem with it.
Yeah,
I'm pretty happy.
I guess to Hub's point though, I was looking at Douglas' stats. He's never had a season where he's even had 650 receiving yards. Now, he's only 24. He's only played 2 years in the NFL. And a lot of times, 2 year, 3 wide receivers can really elevate.
Also, watch him where he's not the primary guy.
Correct. And he's not getting doubled as much. So, I actually like the moves the Patriots have made this year. I think they've improved that defense a lot. I don't know. I mean, I hate the Patriots with a passion. I hate them so much. But I have to admit, unfortunately, that I think they've had a nice offseason.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that it's one of those things with Pop Douglas. He's in the slot. He's kind of he's going to get put up Edelman numbers where it's you're not looking for that deep, long field threat. It's going to be short, 10-yard gains. He pops in the eye when you see him. His quickness is unbelievable. So I'm very high on him.
Yeah, I will not be taking the Patriots to be the worst team in the league next year. So, okay, so I have a little bit of a bone to pick with Major League Baseball. So I love baseball. Hubs loves baseball. Baseball is my favorite thing in the whole world. That's my favorite sport. I love baseball. It's the greatest thing in the world. They, in their infinite fucking wisdom, have decided to have opening day be the same day as Sweet 16. Now, I know you can say, the timing, for instance, a lot of those games, in theory, should be over by the time Sweet 16 starts. Not necessarily the case, by the way. And there's 3 games that are going to be starting right when, 3 West Coast games starting right when the Sweet 16 is going on. Just stupid, just thoughtless, just arrogant. why you literally can have your opening day be any day you want when the season starts. Why not have it be like yesterday or today? Why are you doing this on the day when yes, I understand the timing always isn't right, but like people when they wake up in the morning, the first thing any sports fans are thinking Sweet 16, they're not thinking baseball. Why make yourself an afterthought? It's so dumb.
Yeah, I hear that.
They fuck everything up.
I hear that. At some point, things are, you got to start the season, and they start on a Thursday. Like, it's just how.
Why?
Just how it works. Oh,
why?
I don't know. It's just their thing. It's just
No, it's not. But it wasn't their thing 20 years ago, and also it doesn't need to be a thing. That's where they get fucking caught in their own fucking weird ass bizarre
right, in
rhythm.
a perfect world, you're starting it this Monday. Like,
Sure.
we're already in the season or something.
You can start it whenever you want.
Yeah.
There's nothing holding you back.
I'll say this. I'm looking at the schedule. Most teams are playing at 4 o'clock.
Yes, they are. But there are three games, I believe, starting at 7
Tigers,
o'clock.
Dodgers, Cubs, D-backs, A's, Mariners.
Okay. So those now are going up. Also, like when you put on...
I don't think MLB is worried about people tuning out A's, Mariners. And really Cubs, Diamondbacks. Tigers, Dodgers on ESPN. Probably, that's not ideal.
No.
That's not ideal.
I also think...
Skubal, Snell. That's what people want to watch.
That might be the marquee game, and it's going right up against Sweet 16.
Yeah.
And the other thing, I think there's something to be like owning the day. So like...
Oh, for sure. No, that I agree with. Like NFL opening day, the first week of the NFL season is obviously a holiday for people.
Yes.
And
opening day kind of used to be that too. Like I feel like
NBA does they have those 2 marquee games on like a Tuesday or something at night, and people watch those. Yeah, MLB's just whatever, and that in part too, ESPN just it used to be where ESPN would give you a 1 o'clock, a 4 o'clock,
wall-to-wall
a 7 o'clock,
coverage,
and 10 o'clock. And now, obviously, with them phasing out, although Carl Ravitch, I don't know if you saw that quote, he's like confident that like ESPN and MLB are gonna like figure something out.
Oh, why? What?
I don't know.
So like I guess I read
kind of threw me off. I thought ESPN was completely done with them.
I think he's
and MLB was disparaging ESPN on their way out. So I was like, I don't know.
Oh, that relationship seems so broken. I guess MLB
Ravitch's quotes were weird. They were like
Ravitch also might not know what the fuck's going on. He's talking his ass. But he's not like he's making decisions. I guess Home Run Derby is being kind of put out to the highest bidder. Obviously, a long-time ESPN staple since, oh my God, maybe even the 80s. They want like $30 to $50 million for it. So that's going to go somewhere. I think they kind of want Fox to grab it. It would be a 3-year deal because that's when the broadcasting contract they want to have it all be the same time.
I wonder if they would change the Home Run Derby too with that. Like there would be a new format, new rules.
I suppose anything's in play.
That'd be fun.
I'm good with. I actually think going to Fox makes sense because then you kind of control that weekend. It's not like Fox has a lot of great programming in July anyway.
I agree with that.
I don't know, but that just goes to show you, I think they're shopping shit, man. Everything. Unless I'm reading kind of crazy stuff, but everything I'm reading tells me that relationship is very broken.
Hey, Manfred said bad things.
Shockingly.
Yeah,
I was stunned because you usually don't want to burn bridges with.
And I was like, all right, good for Manfred. They kind of got shafted in this whole thing.
I think so too.
ESPN doesn't give a fuck about baseball.
ESPN doesn't give a fuck about anything except for the Lakers and Cowboys and like a couple other things.
Yeah,
I feel like they've and the NFL, which the NFL I completely get. The NFL runs everything. I get it, but there are there's NBA and MLB still bringing pretty good ratings. Like, what are we doing here? I don't know. So that pissed me off that baseball starting at Thursday, but. The good news is, if you're like us, baseball is still starting Thursday, which is fucking awesome. I'm so excited.
It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow. It's just so crazy to think about. I'm so excited. We talked a little bit about the American League last show. So I wanted to at least kind of go through the National League divisions here and then go back and talk some AL.
Sure. I just spent 7 hours writing 6,500 words on the AL last night. So let's talk NL.
we'll go back to the AL for sure because there's definitely some major things. I want to talk about AL East. I want to talk
come out after the show. I'm almost done editing.
Do you give predictions in that at all?
I've done it like 4 years. I do. Yeah. I basically depict how the team is going to contend. How
that's right. Okay.
How it would fall apart. I give odds. I sprinkle in some predictions. It's fun. It's
good. That's
blog.
a good blog.
It's a good-hearted blog. It's been a lot of time.
NL East. So the Braves are favored plus 110. Phillies are plus 215, and the Mets are 240, and then Nationals and Marlins are kind of afterthoughts.
Sure.
I know you kind of hate the Mets a little bit, just from working this office.
I hate Mets fans.
Yeah, that's fair.
I don't really hate the Mets. Well, now I'm going to start to hate the Mets because of
Juan Soto.
But pre Soto, I hated Mets fans. I have nothing against Francisco Lindor.
Yeah.
So Alonso's a tool.
So you're saying you're not biased, although I think you are.
Well, I give you unbiased takes.
All right, who wins the NL East? I don't trust Chris Sale to do.
I will
what he
say
did
the
last
Braves.
year
I'll say the
again.
Braves. Say the
I
Braves.
think the Braves are gonna do it. Now I will say Striders look good, right?
It depends of when he's. Is he starting the year?
I don't think
I don't think so either. But like he can't be far away.
But he's looked great in every workout he's
so,
had. So I think when he comes back, like maybe in May or June,
I mean,
look great.
When you look at the Braves lineup, they kind of all and a full year of it's just
They had trouble hitting last year though. They did change their hitting
but I
coach,
think I don't think it will happen again. Is what I'm trying to say.
So who's the real Matt Olson, right? Like, is the real Matt Olson the guy that had the 50 home run? I don't think it is. I think the real Matt Olson is the guy that closer to what we saw last year. So that's what I mean. I think some of these guys are going to regress back, or maybe they already have. But and then Chris Sale won the Triple Crown last year in pitching. Even if he is healthy all year again, he's not going to be out again.
To steer you away from the Braves is you going to get that again from Sale? It
No
feels
way.
Like with how much of an injury problem he was with Boston, they couldn't get anything out of him. You're going to get that again? That's the one thing to steer you away from the Braves. And then after that, it gets really Schwallenbach, Reynaldo Lopez. I don't know. It's not like
I think they have Smith Schwarber starting game 3 or 4 or 5.
Yeah, it's not really a most inspiring group of people. But
it's really not.
Listen, man, they can hit. A team can hit.
They can hit. The Phillies
and Acuna back in the summer?
No, I think before that. I think they're going to get him back in May.
Oh, we were talking about this last time with Marty. Right.
His schedule got bumped to early May, I believe.
Yeah.
Now.
All right, so that's going to be a jolt.
Huge. And I guess he looks really good. So I think he's going to come back in May. I still don't think he should be MVP like Marty. So I think that's crazy take.
Yeah, no.
But I think he's going to have a very nice year.
I agree there. But the MVP odds for him are very encouraging, I feel like, if you're a Braves fan. There's still faith in him.
He comes back in May. That'll be just fine for them.
Yeah.
And then the Phillies are plus 250. And the Phillies actually, I think, if you put a gun to my head and I couldn't be biased, I would say the Phillies win the NL East instead of the Mets. I think the Mets are going to make the playoffs as a wild card, but I think the Phillies have just a more complete
so the Phillies'
team.
really only addition is Luzardo.
Yeah.
It's
They
crazy.
didn't really
it was
lose
such a
anybody.
foregone conclusion they're going to trade Baum, and then they just.
I know they never did.
I wonder if it was just no one wanted to give him anything for him.
I'm just kind of surprised.
They valued him way too high.
There's so few, even competent third basemen in baseball. I mean, you guys have seen it with the Yankees. It's just hard to find good third basemen. I'm surprised they couldn't.
Fair,
find
I don't know if he is one. Defensively, he can be a nightmare. He's been a horrible postseason hitter his career.
That's fluky though.
At
some small sample.
At some point, it's not.
I don't know.
Some point, it's really not. Yeah, Phillies didn't change much. I guess there wasn't really room to change when you're stuck with Schwarber as your DH. You can't really manipulate the lineup.
Also, long-term contracts with so many guys.
Right.
There really was so little roster.
The only way to really manipulate it was third base. I get they do add Max Kepler, changes.
Oh, that's right. They added him. That's true.
The lefty there, that'll be nice for him. I feel like he'll get a nice boost offensively. But yeah, I don't know. The rotation's solid. We'll see where you get. Maybe Christopher Sanchez takes a jump. Luzardo is your 2.
Well,
3. Sorry, 3.
No, I wouldn't say that. You got
on the depth chart. He's listed as 2.
Oh no, he's not. You got
No, Nolan's 2.
and Wheeler.
Wheeler's the ace.
So Wheeler, Nola.
Wheeler. Yeah, no, I know. I'm saying Wheeler's the ace.
Yes, of course.
2.
Yes.
Okay, I thought you were just
no.
saying Yeah, no. So Luzardo changes scenery.
Luzardo to me is almost like the 5, but for me, I also think Christopher Sanchez is really good stuff.
Taiwan Walker.
Oh, that's true. No,
Walker's.
Who are we forgetting? We're forgetting somebody too. So who do you like in the East?
Man,
you got the Mets, dude. The Mets have
no. I'm not.
Mets have had some starting pitching injuries.
I am not discounting the Mets at all. The Braves and Phillies, I can't make heads or tails. I think they're just even. Those are two just even teams. I think it will be a true war for those 3 teams, Mets included, assuming injury, the injury bug, doesn't screw them completely with their, Manaea comes back without a hitch.
Yep. And then Montez come back with.
I would not. If I'm a Mets
you can't
fan,
bank on him.
A warning sign to Mets fans: do not count on Frankie Montas to come back.
No, it's fair.
It doesn't happen.
Very fair.
If he comes back, he'll hurt himself again. He should not be in your plans. You got to keep Senga healthy. They're starting him as the number 5, right, just to begin the year.
Yep.
Just try and ease him in. Clay Holmes is a giant X factor. Is spring training going to be a precursor for what he's going to happen?
I don't know.
You don't know who you're facing, but I think there's some good. The kick change obviously is going to be a big thing with him. I worry about the moment a guy gets on first base to start inning in a real game. what happens with Clay Holmes. As a Yankee fan, I'll tell you, really bad things happen. It's never been a problem with people hitting him. He's never been hit. It's walks.
Yeah.
It's control. And when he loses it, Clay Holmes, as a Yankee fan, you knew he lost it 2 pitches it. It's like, oh, this is going to go really bad. You're going to need some really good babip luck here to win this inning. Otherwise, it's going to go horrible. So Clay Holmes was a starter. I don't know. Hey, maybe he is a starting pitcher. Maybe he's going to be great. What we've seen so far in spring training, really good things. I don't know. I just go back to, I think the starting rotation for the Mets is going to doom them. The offense is going to be great. The offense is going to be a problem for a lot of opposing pitchers.
Yeah, offense will be really good. I do think the Mets do make a move at the deadline for a starting pitcher.
I think they will have to.
I think so too.
I think it will have to be a premier starting pitcher.
And if that's the case, getting them at plus 240 to win the division might be something to look at.
Sure.
It depends if you believe that Stearns will make a move.
I think that division is very hard to predict. I
agree with you.
I struggle to make heads or tails of it. Marlins are obviously going to be a catastrophe. Boy, I looked at their starting rotation after Alcantara. It is horrible.
The offense is worse.
It is. But it's just it's stunning how.
Trivia question: who is the Marlins manager?
Oh, it's oh my God, Meek, don't do this to us.
Is he new?
Yeah, they just hired him. It's not Skip Schumacher.
Skip's gone. Okay.
Oh my God.
Is he a former player?
Is it? No.
I have no idea if the guy's a former player or not. He's gone from the Dodgers, Clayton McCullough.
No. Yeah, I mean.
No, he's
But
not.
it's like,
He's not a former player.
I'm not trying to make it look dumb. Like, no one probably knows who the Marlins manager is.
Hey, I'm not glued to the Marlins. My brain power is going to go somewhere else than the Marlins.
NL,
Bless Scott. Good luck to that guy.
NL Central.
Fun division.
Cubs plus 125. Brewers plus 200. My eyes are bad here. I'm sorry. 260, excuse me. Brewers plus 260. Cardinals plus 600. Reds plus 650. Pirates plus 700. No one's a plus 1,000.
That makes it fun.
It does.
There's money to be made with the NL Central.
And I really like the Reds. Plus 650. I think the Cubs are
you're
better.
a former Reds hater.
Former Reds hater, sure.
You are.
I know I'm a fair guy. I said the Reds weren't going to make the playoffs. They didn't make the playoffs. That's just calling them as I see them. The Reds plus 650 though. I think the Cubs are the better team, especially with Tucker. I'm not saying that, but I'm saying plus 650 though. With that, they should be valued way better than that. Plus, they just added. They got Terry Francona. Talk about managers. Terry Francona is on that team now. And I think that pitching staff, Hunter Green had the best WAR for any National League pitcher last year.
Yeah.
Ellie De La Cruz, he's been very inconsistent, but that's exactly what you expect from someone like him with his talents. He's one of these years he's gonna pull it together. He's gonna have an insane year. Now, is it like a Jacoby Ellsbury situation where he has like just a one great year and that's it, or does he go on and have 10 of them? I don't know, but he's gonna have one of them, and it might be this year. And then you look at the other guys in that roster. That's a pretty complete team as far as
I love Matt McClain.
Matt McClain's awesome.
So good.
He's so good.
Hate Austin Hayes. My love for McClain is the opposite. I think Austin Hayes is the most annoying baseball player. Oh, I can't stand him.
That Orioles stench on him.
It'll never leave him.
The Cardinals, I think, are a disastrous pick because they're only going to cut as the season goes on. Don't take them at plus 6.
No. Those guys are just begging for like a slow start to just abandon ship with whoever. It's crazy Arenado's on the team.
It's insane. It's insane.
So
it's
weird.
Insane Arenado's on the team. Now, to be fair to the Brewers, I totally disregarded them all last year. Hey, they had a great year. I just don't know how long they can keep doing this with less and less players. Now they don't have Devin Williams anymore. Who else? They just lost somebody else too. Who's Willie Adames. Like, how long can you keep doing this?
Yeah, they're going to lean on youth for sure.
I mean, Churio's awesome.
Churio, Garrett Mitchell, Turang, like that. Frelick. Like I'm saying, that's their pivot.
Frelick is interesting to me, but those other guys aren't. I don't know.
I don't mind Garrett Mitchell.
Yeah,
he was just hurt for a bunch.
I just don't. I mean, they got Nestor Cortez, your old friend.
Starts against the Yankees on Saturday in the Bronx.
Yeah,
that's gonna be something.
That'll be something.
By the way, 77 degrees on Saturday.
Are you serious? We should go to that game.
Thinking about it, I might have to go see my nephew though.
Oh, okay, all right. Well, that's important.
Nestor Cortez gets a tribute video, right?
Yeah, sure.
Well, that's a good question.
Stupid fucking quotes that he's talking out his ass.
No, but like he was a big part of the team for a few years. He should get a tribute video.
He will.
Does it end with his final moment as a Yankee?
Yeah,
that's
for
good.
sure.
I like that.
Who
do you like in the NL?
Yeah, but real quick, 77 degrees in fucking March is a gift. Yeah, usually it's. I've seen it snow during.
Well, the beginning part. We're due these nice little days here and there. No.
I know. I'm saying it's just such a treat. Like I want to get to build.
I know. No, I don't blame you. And also, when it's 77 in March, it feels like it's like 88.
Right.
Yeah, like it's like
65, I'm in shorts. 77,
incredible.
tank top.
You almost got me. I might even go to that game.
Yeah, Nestor should be something.
Yeah, that's to see. Honestly, Churio, he had his major league debut with the in Citi Field last year, and just watching him play he's really fun to watch in person.
He's a fucking monster.
I might go to that game. Is that a day game?
Yeah, 1:00.
Ooh, I was supposed to go to the movies, but
I think it's 1:30. 1:30.
I might need to go to that game. National League West.
No, wait, hold on. We didn't. Really
I'm sorry. Who do you want? Who do you want in Central? I like the Reds a lot. I'm taking them.
I'm buying your Red stuff for sure.
I like that.
I like their pitching. I think the pitching, like Singer, could be an interesting little spot there for him. Hunter Green. I feel like that was such a slept-on season by him.
So yes,
I feel like not because I think you want to talk about Skeens in that division, obviously.
and Sale. And I'm sorry, we're just in the Cy Young race and Sale.
But Green was really,
awesome.
really fucking good. And for a while with Green to start his career, I was like, I don't know if this is ever gonna he throws so fast and all this, and he gets hurt a little. No, that was just a rock solid season from him. I wish the Pirates just tried to improve their offense. And don't tell me bring in IKF.
No.
Tommy Pham is trying because that pitching staff is terrifying.
I'll take the Cubs to win the division just because they're the only team that did anything this past offseason.
That's chalk. I mean,
I know
you can do it. That's fine.
I know it's chalk. But
But I mean, that's fair. If you feel that strongly about it, though, too, it is still.
I just don't like any of the other teams. I think the Cardinals are really bad. The Pirates
Still plus money, I guess, but.
The Pirates, Bob Nutting's a terrorist. The Reds, we know the Reds could be good. I don't hate the pick. And the Brewers, they just lost too many players. How long can they keep doing? You all make good points. I'll just take the Cubs. I know it's chalk.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's Cubs or Reds. I don't think the Brewers are in it.
I completely agree.
And I Pirates, no.
Pirates,
the offense.
and then Jared Jones is hurt now.
Correct.
I mean, and you're right, Hubs. They did nothing. I mean, and
I am so excited to watch.
But it could be
watch
wrong.
30 Paul Skeens starts.
Isn't
so excited.
That should be something else.
Jed Hoyer isn't signed after this year, I believe. So it's like the GM maybe makes something aggressive at the deadline because he knows his job's on the line.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to people. I don't think they're going to trade Kyle Tucker at the deadline. People have rumored that because if it's not going well,
they're really fucked.
It's not going well, and they're just not going to pay him. Then you got to get assets. But I don't see that happening. So.
It is wild they did not sign an extension.
He probably knows if he has a good year, he can make $400
million.
Yeah,
I think it was more his asking price was just
Juan Soto bumped the bar up for a lot of guys.
I'm happy he didn't sign the extension.
National League West.
Wait, real quick. Do you see any way that Skeens doesn't win the Cy Young?
Sure, yeah. I mean, he gets hurt. I mean, it's a million different ways.
Healthy Skeens. That's how I should have. Obviously, injuries.
Then it gets tough, right?
He's that good, right?
He's so dominant, and you figure year two. I mean, and it's not like he has the kind of stuff.
What are our current NL Cy Young?
I don't know.
Pull it up for you. I've got it right here.
He the thing with him is it's not like if you see him 2 or 3 times you're gonna figure him out.
So Skeens is 3-1. And right after that is Wheeler's plus 750. So it's there's a gap.
Jesus.
And Sale 800, it wouldn't touch that. Yeah. Snell wouldn't touch that. Corbin Burns.
Snell, I'd be more interested in anybody else you mentioned so far except for Skeens.
Corbin Burns, I would consider as a long shot at 1,200. Strider, I don't know if we can get the innings there with coming off at 22, but 22-1. It's really Skeens, Wheeler, Burns, Snell.
I mean, I guess so. You asked me how would it happen? Maybe Wheeler ends up having a really good year, and because he's been the bridesmaid so many times, they give it to him. I don't know. I'm just trying to
I think,
but I have to do mental gymnastics to find a way for a healthy Skeens.
That's how good he is.
National League West.
National League West.
This is an easy one, obviously. Dodgers
very tight division.
The real question here is Diamondbacks plus 800, Padres plus 1,000, Giants plus 1,800, and the Rockies are after that.
The question is who's making the playoffs after the Dodgers?
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
And I think the Diamondbacks are really good.
Diamondbacks added.
Really
Diamondbacks, although, I mean, I blogged yesterday, the Jordan Montgomery disaster just somewhat got even worse.
Or did it get better? They have insurance on him.
So
that might help.
Is that confirmed?
I don't know.
See, There's no insurance as far as I'm aware of.
Really? There's none?
Yes. I saw a tweet saying there was no insurance on $22.5 million.
That is karma in the worst way for the owner for after his quotes that he
punch
said.
In the gut there. Then.
That is so bad. And I feel for Montgomery, too, with how Boris fucked him over and probably cost him, $75 million by waiting, $100 million by waiting. Oof, what a bad situation.
He's had one of the more interesting careers. He only has 46 wins in his entire career, But he has a World
lot
Series
of that,
ring.
I'll say that with the Yankees, his thing was they just didn't score for him.
No, I know.
Like he pitched well. They did not like the wins. He should have 20 more wins, but they just did not score for him.
He's a hero in Texas. He's a GOAT in Phoenix. He's thought of very highly in the Bronx. It's just this wild career for a guy that hasn't been around. It's because he's always kind of in the middle. He's like a lightning rod.
Yeah.
And he pitched for the Cardinals.
And he was good for the Cardinals.
Yes, he was.
Very
yeah,
interesting
it's a
career.
shame. It's a shame what happened to him.
At least he's getting his 20-something million this year.
Padres, I think they're only going to cut as they go on. That ownership is a disaster. Honestly, I will say this. I thought you would have seen more guys cut as we went along.
I think that battle in the ownership office for them is. I don't think
Got
they
a
know.
widow versus
I don't
brothers.
think they know where to go. That's why you're seeing like them being like half measures.
It's a mess. I guess the widow wants to spend the money. The brothers want to cut the payroll. And then you have guys like Dylan Cease just kind of hanging out to dry here. I don't know what's going to happen.
There's no way he ends.
I want to point out that Martin Maldonado making an opening day roster after what he did last year is like the biggest grift in the history of baseball. Like this guy had a 15 OPS plus, cut by the worst team in the history of baseball, and somehow, some way, at 38 years old, he has a job on opening day. Makes no sense. Like, he must be a really good teammate.
I think it's teammate, and probably he knows how to work a pitching staff.
Does he? Like, the White Sox pitching staff was awful.
I don't think anything could save the White Sox pitching staff. Meek, I'm talking about when he was with the Astros.
You're not wrong. I mean, a lot of times, though, unfortunately, this is like kind of that reflex that baseball's like, oh, we're just going to bring in the old backup catcher and he can serve as almost like an assistant coach. I think that's just kind of that.
I just find it insane.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong. There's a lot better ways to use that roster spot. Okay.
See, Verlander is the number 2 pitcher. I think he's pitching on their second game for the Giants.
Giants, I don't know. What do you think about them? They went and got Willie Adames.
Tough to not like the pitching staff.
I don't like Verlander.
Yeah, but Robbie Ray and Hicks, like after Webb, like those are fucking names.
I love Logan Webb.
Love Logan Webb. The offense doesn't jump out to me.
I don't even trust the pitching staff.
We're gonna see hopefully a little bit more than a month this time of Jung Hoo Lee. We saw nothing of him.
No, that's true.
Last year.
Fair.
Adding Adames, they had to get some free agent to agree to come there. Chapman's still in the fold. After that, like the bottom half of that order just isn't really intimidating at all. Fucking Wilmer Flores.
Hey, no Wilmer Flores slander in this room. Sorry, not gonna allow that.
The Giants are just like whatever. I don't know.
They're plus 245 to make the playoffs.
Probably wouldn't take that.
Probably wouldn't either.
What are the Snakes?
Minus 130.
It's a good bet.
I don't
Allen,
mind either.
Kelly, Fott, Burns, obviously.
Dodgers are minus 2,500, which is insane.
That's
The Braves are minus 400. Phillies minus 265. Mets are minus 250. And then you have Diamondbacks minus 130. Cubs minus 125. And that's it for the minus money. And then Padres are plus 110. Brewers are plus 125. Okay. We're going to talk AL Central. And this segment is presenting by Evan Williams. March is here, Pick Central listeners. You know what that means. Upsets, buzzer beaters, and non-stop hoops. And if you're watching all the madness unfold, you better have Evan Williams bourbon in your lineup. Today, my bold pick is going to be the Tigers to win the AL Central. I believe that's plus 275. And I'm doing that. I'm making that pick with game day's number 1 pour in hand. As you know by now, Evan Williams is bourbon done right. It's extra aged, always smooth with flavors of oak, honey, and vanilla. There's no better way to celebrate a big upset or a last-second buzzer beater than with a glass of Evan Williams bourbon. Make Evan Williams part of your game day from the first tip to the championship celebration. Evan Williams, we do the bowl picks. I'm on the Detroit Tigers. Who do you guys have for your bold picks of the day? And then we can talk about them a little bit.
My bold pick, just back to the National League, I have Pete Alonso, 140 plus RBIs, plus 750. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to drive in runs in that lineup. So his career high is 131 in 2022. So
that's interesting.
Yeah.
That's not a bad play.
plus 750.
Someone's going to get those RBIs.
Yeah.
Yeah, Soto gets walked a ton. Like if he's hitting right behind them, there's gonna be people on.
And then Nimmo too, if he's I don't. Was Nimmo going to be batting that high in the lineup? You think, Phil?
Nimmo's probably hitting behind him. Although at some point maybe Pete drops down to like 5th or 4th.
Yeah. Dukes, do you have a bull pick?
Yeah, I'm taking the best player in baseball to win the MVP. I'm taking Rafael Devers, MVP for the Red Sox.
Okay.
What are those odds?
Plus 2,500.
I don't completely hate that. The only problem is a DH, probably, so it's going to be tough.
Never winning that.
He's our third baseman.
But well,
Yeah.
he's not, though.
Oh, really?
He won't be playing much third base this year. Unless Bregman gets hurt, and maybe that's the narrative. Bregman gets hurt.
He'll be my third baseman.
Okay. In your
Okay.
heart. In your heart.
I don't hate picking a Red Sox, though, because I think they're going to be a fringe playoff team, and then if they end up getting the right guys to help, that's MVP narrative.
Can I interest you in Jaron Duran?
Now, see, that would entice me more than Devers.
Fine, can I switch it?
No.
Of course.
Fuck. All right, add another play.
I'm gonna go. I'm sticking with. I brought this up. I think last time on the show. Devin Williams to lead the league in saves. Lead the MLB in saves. Plus 1,200. The Yankees are not going to score a lot of runs this year.
No.
They're going to be in a lot of tight games. Devin Williams is an excellent closer. We're letting him have his beard. I don't know. I think there's going to be plenty of save opportunities for that guy if he can stay healthy. If the back stays good, I think there's going to be a very good opportunity for him to lead the league in saves. 12-1.
I like to play a lot. I liked it more when you had Cole, but I still like to play a lot.
Yeah, it's obviously fair. Pitching definitely took it. Turns to your Tigers.
Yeah, let's talk a little AL Central. 'Cause you had a take
What was my take?
about the Twins.
Oh, why are the Twins the favorite and they win the Central? What about I texted Carabas. Why are they the favorite to win the Central?
You texted me last night about it, too.
I texted you and him at the same time. Both of you had no idea.
I said I think it's because I think they're the most complete team.
Are they?
So, okay, most complete team, ... in the AL Central.
The Royals aren't more complete than them? The Royals at least
Royals
added-
have some huge gaps now.
But the Royals at least, they do. It's a top-heavy lineup. I agree. The Royals at least tried in the offseason. The fuck did the Twins do?
You don't win. You don't. So I think you're right.
The Twins added Ty France.
I think you're right. Every owner in this fucking division sucks.
And Harrison Bader. That was their offseason. I swear. Look at it.
It's horrible.
Crazy. At least the Royals added India. At least they added Estevez.
Yes. Yeah.
Like they're trying.
And they re-signed Waka, right?
Yeah, and the
And Seth Logo.
bullpen, as we saw in the postseason, I like Zerpa. I like Hunter Harvey. Obviously, now Estevez that mixed. Urseg, like him.
Yeah.
Like those are four guys that I can ride with.
I actually don't mind them.
The pitching staff of Reagans, Lugo, Waka, that's a good three.
It's not bad.
And then offense is going to be a little bit of an issue in the bottom half. But you start with India, Witt, Vinny. See what you got a Salvi, so you can do that again. And Massey.
Yeah,
I like that five.
No, it's true.
Dude, you look at the fucking Twins. What's his name's already hurt? Royce
Royce Lewis is always hurt. Which
Poor
is a
guy.
shame.
Can't
He's
just-
so good.
Cannot stay healthy. I
Can't
want to
stay
see
healthy.
one full season of him. I don't know if it's going to happen. But like, I don't know. Correa played half the season last year. He was really good when he played.
He was really good.
Really good. Like a 150 OPS plus. But he doesn't stay healthy. He's made of glass. So where's the offense coming from here? And then the pitching staff, after Pablo, Joe Ryan can be solid for sure. Bailey Ober, I'm not in love with.
Bailey Ober's a good pitcher.
I'm not.
Maybe good is too strong. He's a very competent pitcher. He's a nice pitcher. He deserves a spot in any rotation.
He's fine. No, I'm not saying he shouldn't be in the rotation, but he's a number 3.
That's okay. In that division, I think that's okay.
I don't get why this team should have better odds than the Royals.
So it's close. The Twins are plus 210. Royals and Tigers are both plus 270. I just think the Tigers, although you can make a case, Cole Ragans is just as good as, is as much of an ace as almost anybody. I don't know about School.
Not Scooble. They're just going to say he's better than Scooble.
No, but he's in that next tier.
Tigers are interesting for sure. Now, what are you going to get at Gleyber?
Tigers have also the same issue as the Royals. Kind of a top-heavy lineup, and they're not even heavy.
I don't think it's that heavy.
Not that
It's a
heavy.
little bit more spread out. It's a little, but it's not.
But they don't
quality
have. They don't have a Bobby Witt.
No, they do not. Gleyber Torres, change of scenery guy, obviously a candidate for that.
I like him a lot. I know.
My problem is Comerica. That's just not a stadium for him.
That's fair.
Like he's not going to, and he's on a 1-year deal too.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, having Gleyber Torres, ups and downs, Yankee, no doubt. When he senses he could be traded, and that could happen on a 1-year deal,
Especially for a team
he's playing for a team. He's playing under a 1-year deal, knowing that if he has a good year, maybe he can get a 3-year deal. That shit gets to him. So I don't know if this is a good situation for Gleyber, especially with the not a hitter's park. Just a little worried there. But change of scenery guy out of New York, pressure off. Maybe he does come through a little bit.
We should probably mention the Guardians plus 300 too. I'm not at all high on them. But then again, I wasn't high on them last year, and they at least made the playoffs.
Weird offseason. Obviously, Jimenez goes to Toronto. Naylor goes to the Diamondbacks, and you bring in Carl Santana. That's your offseason. Shane Bieber looks like he's throwing really well. They're going to get him back at some point in the summer.
Yeah.
But the rotation after that is really bleak.
Tanner Beebe is really good.
He's not an ace.
Gavin Williams is okay.
He's not a 2.
It's not great.
No. And then your bullpen is good. The bullpen is definitely, one of your strengths.
Yeah, it is the strength.
Yeah, it is your strength. Is Clase broken after October, though? That guy was miserable. I don't know, but probably not.
I would say probably not.
But there's still 5% chance that maybe he's broken.
You want to jump in the time machine? 93 playoffs broke Mitch Williams forever.
So I don't know. I mean, obviously you got Joe Ram, you got Quan.
Being Young Kim too for the Diamondbacks kind of broke him too, right? No one.
Yeah,
it can happen.
Could happen. Just a little worried there. But I think it's completely up for grabs. Probably wouldn't put Cleveland there because also Cleveland's not going to buy at the deadline. I feel like the Tigers would.
Me too. That's another reason why
Tigers, if they're in it again, you obviously won a playoff series last year. I think they're.
You're telling me they wouldn't trade for Big Bat?
And I think the Royals would consider it.
Yeah, I believe
just because they got India and they got pieces at the deadline.
But I believe I don't think of those 4 teams, even more than the Twins too. I believe the Tigers would be most likely to go and get that, spend that money.
Also, we haven't talked about Jackson Jobe yet for the Tigers.
Yeah,
Jackson Jobe is going to be electric this year.
I hope so. I'm worried about him.
He's looked fun.
Yeah,
he looks.
If he is,
he's an interesting rookie of the year long shot. If you want to, I think
my rookie of the year already in the minors, Kobe Mayo. They sent him down last week.
That's tough.
That's not a good.
Didn't he get hurt?
I think they just sent him down. I
thought he's out for a. I thought he got
hurt too. Oh, good. That's a hell of a pick by me. Plus 750.
I think he's hurt. Kobe Mayo. No, maybe not.
Why do you think they just sent him down?
I think he was out for.
Well, let's talk AL East because we have you here. You're a Yankees guy. Yankees have been just decimated by injuries this spring training.
Really good spring training.
On the flip side, though, the Red Sox have had some injuries. The Orioles have had some injuries. Even the Rays with McClanahan have had.
What are the Sox injuries?
The pitching staff's been kind of Giolito's hurt. Somebody else.
I just don't think they were.
It's nowhere near comparable.
Giolito.
Well, I think they are because now they have a fucking Sean Newcomb in their fifth starter.
That is alarming.
He hasn't started since 2018.
It's alarming.
As a guy.
It's for sure alarming. And then Dick Fitz is your 4.
Another starter pitcher got hurt for them too. I can't think of who it is right now. I'm sorry. But no, they've had 2 starting pitchers go down. Now, I think those guys will be back sooner rather than later, but who knows? They have no depth. They're getting exposed.
I think Boston's lineup is going to be really top 6 or 7 all year in terms of run production.
In the major leagues.
In the major leagues.
They're going to be that good.
I think they're going to be that good.
I think they're going to be really good too.
I think getting Bregman kind of finishes off that lineup. If you get anything out of the trio of Marcelo Mayer, Christian Campbell, who made the roster, he's going to be their second baseman, and Broman Anthony's lurking. If you get 2 of those 3 online, cooking, running wild as rookies who just don't even know what they're doing, on top of Devers doing his thing, Duran, Bregman, there's a lot there to overwhelm a team. Casas is hurt at the moment, but I think he's okay. I think he avoided anything with his thumb. I think there's a lot there. The pitching is what dooms them. If it's going to be a struggle for them, it's the pitching. I think Crochet looks incredible, right? He looks poised to win the Cy Young. He looks ready. Problem is, he went from 12 innings pitched to 146, something around that. It's a giant jump.
And they babied him. They tried to baby him. They didn't let him go.
Let me tell you, that is
the second half.
Not now. No one knows how to preserve an arm. There's no formula that the Jabba rules or whatever the fuck you're gonna do. At the end of the day, most people just get Tommy John. It's just what happens. So there's no rhyme or reason for it. It's just more random at this point. The human arm is not meant to throw a baseball that many times. So
that hard.
No.
Correct.
But I'm just saying, if there's an alarming number to look at with Crochet, it's the increase in innings. And I wonder if that is partly why the Red Sox didn't give him his extension, is they wouldn't let us see a full year of this.
It's very interesting that
because they did not extend him.
Very
and it
interesting.
seemed like an auto extend, especially when you're going to give up that capital for him. The fact they didn't extend him, I think they're a little worried. Now, granted, the Red Sox front office is a bunch of idiots for the most part. So,
well, in fairness to the Red Sox front office, though, this isn't like a Pedro situation where when the Red Sox trade Pedro, who's in his walk year, and they immediately signed him to an extension because they had to. They have a couple years to play.
They do. I think they're going to wait the year and do it in the offseason, assuming it all goes through. But I'm saying that just might be in the back of their head. But yeah, man, Boston, I'm talking them up so much. I feared them before Cole went down. And sort of feared them a little bit before even the Bregman signing because I knew these kids coming up are very, very, very good.
Bregman's going to help that defense so much.
A sneaky part of this team is their bullpen is probably the best it's been in years in terms of stability. Whitlock back in the pen. They should never have made him a starter. I don't understand that. He's so good as a 2-inning Weapon X guy who can just throw around there. Honestly, I think he should be their closer. But if they don't want to do that, whatever.
They're not going to do that with Chapman.
No, but Chapman, if he's online, it's going to be.
He'll shoot the place up.
Oh,
okay. He's a problem.
And then we'll see we got Liam Hendricks if he's healthy.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm saying those three. That's a good back end of the
a lot of question marks though.
Yeah, but from what the Red Sox have dealt with in the past with their pen, that's probably the best it's been going into a season. Slayton's all good too. So I'm worried about the Red Sox. I don't understand for the life of me why the Orioles have better odds than them. I just don't get it.
So there's two injuries. Bayo.
Bayo, right.
And then also
not so high on him, to be honest with you.
I know. He's not. He needs to learn another pitch. And Cutter Crawford is out for a while. So
that hurts. Yeah, I'm telling you. Hey, if it's good, I'm telling you right now, the downfall of that team will be the starting pitching.
Oh, I completely agree with that.
If they're to fail,
right?
If they're to finish fourth and be out of it by August again, it's the starting pitching. It will not be that offense. That offense will hit. They might be a very fun over team to start the year.
Yeah, I guess that. The only thing is, I always get worried with the cold weather Northeast teams.
Okay,
in April
when the weather isn't by May,
I guess
mid-May.
So the Yankees, despite this spring training of horrors that you've had, are still the favorites for the division, plus 160.
Which shocked me.
A little bit shocking to me too. I don't really understand.
As biased as you think I may come off, I'm very fair with my Yankees.
No, you're not like Marty. Marty's out of control.
I see what's going on.
Yeah. I don't like this Yankees team. I just think you guys your lineup is not good.
So the thing is, obviously, the pivot after Soto was let's strengthen the starting pitching, the defense, and let's lengthen the lineup a little bit. We can't really beat them with quality with the lineup, but let's beat them with quantity. Let's have it 1 through 9 be something.
Okay.
Which I think they did a good job with the offense for the most part, what you could outside of trading for Kyle Tucker. I don't think Crane was ever going to give him to the Yankees.
You never had a third baseman.
Well, okay, of course. Well, yes, that's a giant problem.
Yeah. It's not a deep lineup at all.
Well, I'm saying with adding Bellinger.
Bellinger I liked and Fried I liked.
You're getting Jazz, a full year of Jazz, which I think could be very nice in that stadium. I think he's a long shot. He could be a 30-30 guy. I think it could.
Oh, I don't know about that.
His pop with that stadium and the stolen bases will be there for sure.
Yeah, I guess.
I think he's a long shot. Long shot. And I'm telling you he's going to be 30-30.
I just think the power, I guess.
Their problem is starting pitching. And that was my what I was getting to is they were strengthening on, hey, we're going to have Cole and Fried at the top. Rodon's not even going to be necessary anymore to be at the top. He'll be at a 4.
You had 7 starting pitchers at one point.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, Luis Hill is out 3 months.
About the whole first half.
Minimum.
Yeah.
There's no, and that's like, we're going to reevaluate you. So no guarantees there. And obviously Cole's done. So now Max Fried becomes your ace, which is not a bad thing. But then the bad thing is after that, Rodon.
You traded Nestor. Which I'm not saying you shouldn't have, but I'm just saying.
I was good with moving on with this.
No, I get it, but I'm just saying that 7 went to 6. Right, that's all.
Yeah. So, yeah, you're looking at Rodon. You're looking at Stroman. Will Warren. We'll see what you got. Carlos Carrasco.
That is a tough.
Yeah. So, no doubt. That is.
He's been so bad.
That's dicey. Similar to the Red Sox, man. The downfall of this team will be their pitching.
The difference with the Red Sox, though, the Red Sox lineup is so much better than yours. Your lineup sucks.
It is, but we have the strength of the team will be the bullpen. The bullpen is
completely agree.
Bullpen is way better.
But the Yankees lineup is a joke. I'm sorry, it's embarrassing.
I just don't think it's as bad as you make it out to be. I don't think it's great by any means.
Do you really believe? Like Ben Wright said, nice spring training. Do you think he's got he's the answer is DH? Stanton's not coming back this year.
He's a bottom of the order guy. Rice.
I guess. I mean, everyone's a bottom of the order guy in that team. Once you get past Bellinger,
I think Austin Wells can be a really nice leadoff guy for them. I think he could be a really, really nice leadoff guy.
Yeah, I guess.
Shown some really
I like
good
Austin
things.
Wells a lot.
Austin Wells.
I'd rather have
was
him batting 7.
Austin Wells was the AL Rookie of the Year until September happened.
No, and he's a catcher, and he wore down. That's understandable.
Yeah.
I have total confidence in Austin Wells.
First Yankee leadoff
Austin Wells.
catcher ever.
First leadoff catcher ever.
Yankee catcher. Yeah.
That's funny. Austin Wells I like a lot. Bellinger and Judge. Everybody else.
Most important player on the team is Cody Bellinger. Most important.
Yeah.
Because if Cody can't hit, listen, it's spring. I'm not counting stats. Just looks really fucking locked in. The swing looks good. Happy to see it. If that translates to the regular season, and I'm not saying a 1,200 OPS. I'm talking about an 800 plus OPS guy. If you want to talk 900, I won't get off the train. But him, if he's not there, if he's not good, they're just going to walk Judge. Now they're going to walk Judge no matter what, but you're going to make a team pay.
Yeah.
So Cody being that 3-hitter right after Judge is going to be the most important part of that lineup, because if he's hitting, if he's like he was 2 years ago,
He's hitting like a 380 on base and a 480 slug. Then it gets more.
The whole lineup changes.
No, I agree. I think the problem, my whole issue with the Yankees is after that, though. I mean, you have no third baseman. You have Ben Rice as your DH.
They're going to need Dominguez to be a very good player.
Dominguez, how's his defense looking lately?
That's a problem.
That's not good.
No doubt that is a problem. That will be an issue all year long.
I don't know.
I'm not fucking saying they're going to win 97 games.
The Orioles have injury issues too.
I don't.
Hunter Henderson starting the year on the IL.
All the things that I have, all the problems with the Yankees, all the problems with the Red Sox, I think those two teams are head and shoulders above Baltimore.
Head and shoulders above.
It is embarrassing to go into the season.
They lost Corbin Burns.
Yeah. They didn't even try, basically, for Corbin Burns.
Nope.
And then they didn't try for anyone else.
Nope.
Like, this is crazy that this is your rotation. Charlie Morton is 41.
Yeah. Yeah, he's the Corbin Burns replacement. Charlie Morton.
That's crazy.
Insane.
It's not so much like the talent isn't there. Like, those are like Zach Eflin's a good pitcher.
Yeah. Now in fairness, Grayson Rodriguez is hurt.
And that is a very important part. How does he come back from his elbow?
How does Bradish come back?
Right. So you're banking on that,
Yeah.
which is dangerous.
Yes, it is.
But when you have, and like, where is the new money going from this owner?
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you, in his pocket.
So it seems like the plan would be to, obviously, they're going to re-up all the young guys. Rutschman, Kowser, Gunnar. Gunner's going to start the year on the IL, but I think it's going to be very brief.
It looks brief, yeah.
But
like a lot of this season hinges on Jackson Holiday, who in theory they would re-up as well.
Right, he's a very interesting 9-hitter for them, because I think they're going to stash him at the bottom of the order, and if he can be like that double leadoff guy, this offense could be awesome. Could be number one, number two in the league if they're all clicking. So it seems like that's the plan with the ownership, is to extend those guys and not bring in anyone else, which I think is so reckless and dangerous, because this is when a baseball team should thrive, when you have this much young talent under team control for 4 or 5 years, whatever it is, before you have to extend them. That's when you go pay for the pitching.
That's when you go get a Blake Snell. That's when you go keep a Corbin Burns.
To do nothing is so. I would be so mad if I was an Orioles fan. But they brought the walls in. They brought the left field walls in, and they got a new splash zone. So here you go, fans.
Bringing the left field walls in with that pitching staff might be a detriment.
Yeah, I guess the players just want to fucking mash. They're tired of just getting robbed in left field.
See how that goes. I mean, I don't know. I've real issues with Orioles ownership.
If you think about it, why would, like, if they have a young player, all their best players are hitters. Why would I want to, like, play in a place where, like, I'm not going to hit as many home runs as I would anywhere else? So, like, I think that's part of it.
Yeah. You have your AL blog coming out later today.
Yeah, and like
any other baseball notes for us before we wrap up?
Baseball notes. I think the Astros are fascinating. See what happens with Cam Smith.
Interesting, right?
12-1 to win Rookie of the Year. Going to be their starting right fielder.
Yeah.
Have at it, kid. I thought that
the Angels brought up someone.
video was weird.
I didn't see the video.
Cam Smith.
I didn't see that.
The manager was just handled it so poorly. Great moment for the kid and his family.
Joe
being
Espada.
there.
I know his man. I know that man.
It was so poorly constructed.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm nitpicking, but I looked at it. I was like, this is odd.
The Angels brought up someone who had not.
The
not
Angels,
spending a day in the
Angels
minor
are
leagues.
starting a guy who's just like, yeah, fuck.
Angels.
Second round pick, go for it. But the Astros are interesting, man. Is how Jose Altuve in left field is going to be crazy.
It'd be weird to watch.
It might be easy with the Crawford boxes in Houston, obviously with a short field, but how is that guy doing on the road?
Say, what happens if you go to Seattle?
What happens when you go to Yankee Stadium?
Yeah.
You know, like
I know.
on the road, Jose Altuve defense is going to be a must-watch thing for how it looks. Now, he's a pro. It can all,
I also don't understand why they're doing this. They want to get Dubon.
agree.
Dubon can play the outfield.
I agree. It's not like there's a star at second base. Why are they doing that?
Dubon's whole thing is his flexibility. He's actually a very good outfielder. This makes no sense.
That's the question keeps popping up in my head.
I don't understand it. I actually did. Astros a plus 125 to win the division. Rangers a plus 225. I'm much higher on the Rangers.
I'll say this. And that offense should be incredible. But their pitching is not
It's weird.
Their pitching is not
You're relying on DeGrom.
which is crazy.
I know.
And then obviously you're going to need your Voldy to stay healthy too. After that, Jack Leiter made the team in the rotation.
So did Rocker.
Guess what? Jack Leiter doesn't throw strikes still.
But
Jack Leiter's walk issues are still a giant problem.
They had injuries that forced that move, right? Like weird though. They sent Dane Dunning to the minors. I'd rather have Dane Dunning pitch than Jack Leiter. I think at this point. I don't know.
What? John Gray's hurt.
John Gray's hurt.
Yeah.
The Mariners a plus 250.
And also
the
the Rangers bullpen is a problem. Like Mark Church, Luke Jackson, Robert Garcia.
They lost Kirby H to the Dodgers. Of course, everyone's the Dodgers.
I think their bullpen's a problem. Now you can always get bullpen pieces at the deadline, and they're a team that's always aggressive.
Yeah.
That's a lot. I don't know. They might have to get a few pieces at the deadline. But that offense, you're going to add Jock Peterson, and you're adding Jake Berger. There's a lot of pop. And I think everyone on that team took a step back offensively. I don't expect it to happen.
No.
Like
Corey Seager's
the weirdest Evan Carter is crazy.
He sent him down yesterday.
That's crazy.
I know. I thought when we saw his postseason a couple years ago, this guy's a star.
You told me after the regular season he had going into that postseason, and in that postseason, if you said, "Hey, where do you think he's going to be at in terms of like one of the best hitters on the team in 2025?" I go, he will be the best hitter on the team in 2025. What are you talking about? He's not on the team.
Not on the team. I know.
That's crazy.
I know.
That is crazy. But they're a fun pick for sure to win the division.
And the Mariners plus 250. The Mariners have the pitching staff, but they don't spend money. We talk about the Orioles being bad ownership.
Joke how they don't add to the offense.
It was so clear what their needs were. You gotta go get bats. They should have Pete Alonso should be a Mariner. Like he should be a Mariner. Like
Gleyber Torres should be a Mariner.
Gleyber Torres should be a Mariner. Absolutely. Imagine if they went and got Alonso and Gleyber. Now the team has like a shot.
Instead, they paid Cal Raleigh.
Which great.
Like
should.
But like he's been on the team.
Yeah.
Obviously, he's going to be on the team.
But that doesn't make your 2025 team any better.
So like, they're just going to be the same team again. They're going to hover around 80-ish wins, 85, 84 wins.
Yeah.
Be a really good pitching staff.
I mean, I guess.
And then score 0 runs.
You're right. I'm going to play devil's advocate for a second and be like, all right, and this is what the Orioles would say too. Like, all right, well, we went and got Randy. Now you get a full year of Randy Arozarena. The Orioles would say, now you have a full year of Zach Eflin.
But Randy hasn't been a star since COVID.
He's a nice player.
He hasn't been like a star.
But they need a lot more.
They need 4 Randy Rosarenas to like make me believe. Offense just isn't it.
No, you're not wrong. Okay, so let's do picks. Like I said, my bowl pick of the day is Tigers plus 270. But my pick of the day for the NBA is Raptors plus 2.5. Look, the Raptors haven't been great the last 5, but before that they had a really nice stretch. And then the Nets have been horrible the last 15. So I like the Raptors plus 2.5 tonight. You got anything?
I like the Knicks.
All right.
Like the Knicks. We'll see if Harden plays. I think he's questionable. Knicks are in a back-to-back. Clippers have been playing good basketball.
They have been.
I thought the line would be a lot higher. I think they're going to have some faith the Knicks actually show up for like a good team. And good team is a stretch. They're like a fringe playing team at the moment.
Well, it's the same as the Warriors. And the Clippers and Warriors, you could say the same thing. They have the same record, just about.
Yeah. You thought the Warriors were going to miss the playoffs?
Well, the Warriors still could miss the playoffs. So.
No.
Well, how did they do last night again?
No Curry.
They lost by 30.
Because they were without the guy.
Because the old guy that is hurt, but
he's coming back.
He's coming back. Yeah.
I'll say this. Part of the reason I hate the NBA, and I love the NBA. Part of the reason I hate the NBA is that Warriors team didn't get up for Jimmy Butler's game last night. They didn't give a fuck about that game. But like, if that happens in like college basketball, like something similar to like, remember like, was it Georgetown's first game in Providence?
Ed Cooley.
Yeah, that type of shit is a fucking scene. Last night,
Jimmy Butler didn't seem to care.
it was so boring. It's like that should be a game. This should be an interesting thing. No, like, especially how Butler legit quit on that team.
And then threatened Pat Riley before the game. So he better not say anything to me.
The game had no juice whatsoever.
The Warriors, you talk about the Warriors might not make the playoffs. I mean, I think they are going to make the playoffs. But it's close. And they're certainly not going to win a title. I mean, we all can say that.
I think if they started the year with this team, they'd be in a really, really interesting spot.
If it's in butts were candy and nuts, we'd all have something to eat.
Well, they finally made the trade.
Dukes, you got any
the
picks?
Pacers also.
Oh, I'm sorry. Pacers. Any picks, Dukes? No. How about you, Amik Phil?
Denver -8. No Giannis. No Dame.
Yeah, that Lillard thing is serious. I almost brought that up in the news. It's a blood clot, and you wonder, is that a thing that's going to just end his season? It's not in his shoulder; it's in his calf, I believe.
This happening so late in the year makes me think it ends the season.
Me too, which is disastrous for Milwaukee.
I don't think they were going anywhere.
They were always kind of a dark horse. I know. Celtics are going to win.
Kuzma has not been the addition they thought he would be, and Dame's having a better year than last year. I don't think that team is constructed enough to do any damage. One tennis pick: Francisco Cerundolo -102 against Grigor Dimitrov. It starts around like 4:30, 5 o'clock.
There you go. If you want some day,
Miami Open. If you're looking to get yourself to the night slate of something, so.
We're back tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll talk a lot more. Obviously, college basketball Sweet 16 starts. Of course, once again, that's why I'm out at Major Baseball. But baseball does start. I'll have my MLB pick of the day starting tomorrow. Baseball.
Baseball.